Hello, everybody. It is my 30th birthday. Can you believe it? 30. Wow. I'm actually, so I was like super, 2 years ago starting, I was like not ready to be 30. I was actually really dreading it. But now I feel like I'm ready. People have said that their 30s are the best years of their life. And I feel like after having this life-changing surgery this year, I feel so ready for a healthy new start. So as a 10-month update for my ileostomy surgery, let's just talk about the events from today. So for my 30th birthday, I got to go to the hospital and do a flexible what the heck is it called? A flexible sigmoidoscopy, which is basically like a mini colonoscopy. They use a much smaller camera, and yeah, they obviously don't go up as far because I don't have much left of my colon or my large intestine. Well, I don't have any large intestine left. So if you didn't know, I had ileostomy surgery back in February of this year. So it's been 10 months since that surgery. And I had my large intestine removed because it was so diseased with ulcerative colitis that medication was not helping it anymore. So I feel a million times better. Even right after that surgery, I felt so good. So definitely go check out that video to see my whole journey. It's an interesting video, that's for sure. But anyway, today we had a little procedure just to check up on everything and make sure everything looked good. I had a flexible sigmoidoscopy just as a routine checkup kind of thing. So when I had my ileostomy surgery in February, so 10 months ago, they actually left a little portion of my rectum so that in case I wanted to go ahead and do the J-pouch surgery later on, they would have something to connect it to. So this is a kind of a standard first part of your surgery step. So usually if you're going to go on with the J-pouch surgery, there's 3 different steps to that. I kind of described that in one of my former videos, so definitely check that out if you have any questions. For me personally, I plan to keep my ileostomy forever. So I guess my next step someday will be to remove that rectal stump and then have what they call a Barbie butt procedure. So basically there'll be like no butthole. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you about the flexible sigmoidoscopy that I had today. So basically they just take a tiny little flexible scope that is way smaller than what they use in colonoscopies. My doctor actually told me that it's what they use in endoscopies. And so they just go up and he wanted to check to make sure that there were no precancerous changes or anything like that. And I don't know if I've told you this before, but ever since my surgery, and I actually have talked with a couple other friends who've had the same surgery that I did, and we've all had the same thing where like, I still get like, it's normal to have like a mucus discharge that you essentially poop out, I guess. It doesn't like just drip out, so don't get freaked out. You still have control over it, and so I get like the urge to go or whatever. But sometimes I actually have like blood that comes out too, which is a common symptom of when I had ulcerative colitis. So that would be usually, a symptom of a flare for me. And that's just, notifying me that there's inflammation up in there and everything like that. So I told my doctor about that, and this happened like a while ago. So he actually prescribed me mesalamine suppositories. I was gonna say supplements. Mesalamine suppositories, which just as the name suggests, you stick up there, and basically it's a safe enough medication that I could actually use it every day for the rest of my life if I wanted to. Right now I just use it as needed, so whenever I feel like a little bit bothersome, or if I notice like, oh hey, there's blood, then I just use that, and it works for me right away, so I do love that. So for this flexible sigmoidoscopy, I didn't have to do any sort of prep. So I didn't have to drink the yucky stuff or anything like that, which is great because obviously I have an ileostomy, a stoma that sticks through my abdomen, and then it's not connected to my little rectal stump that is still there. So I didn't have to do any prep, which was great. And I didn't have any sort of like sedation or anything like that, which was fine for today. But I don't know that I would want to do that in the future. So I'll tell you a little bit about it. Basically, a flexible sigmoidoscopy is a really tiny camera. It's actually the same one that they use for endoscopies. And we wanted to see, like how long my rectal stump is, and to see, make sure the tissue in there is healthy and that there's no precancerous changes. So it was only like a 3-minute procedure, so it was super fast, which was great. But I'm not gonna lie, like it was more uncomfortable than I was expecting because I have inflammation in there, and so it was just kind of like, it was painful. I'm not gonna lie, like I had to do some, you know, deep breathing techniques to really like get through it. But it's temporary, it's only a couple minutes, and it was fine. So I was like sweating though, it was something. But it was cool because I was totally awake during it, so I could see, you know, exactly what my doctor was seeing too. So he talked me through everything and said, you know, like the tissue looks really good here. Here's where you can see some inflammation, and here's a little bit of like bothersome area. So he took a couple biopsies, and we're trying to determine if it is ulcerative colitis still in that area, like I had before in the rest of my large intestine, or if it is something called diversion colitis, which is something that happens sometimes when you remove your large intestine, your body kind of, you know, makes colitis happen in in the rectal stump that is still there. You can kind of look into more of that if you want to, but that's the little short gist of that. And yeah, everything went really well. He said it looked good in there, and from what I could see, I feel like the tissue looked a lot healthier than what I was imagining that it looked. So I guess it gives me a lot of relief in my head knowing like, okay, things are going good in there, and I'm really happy with the fact that I get to just kind of stay put. I don't have to do another surgery right now, because to be honest, I am nervous to do that. What will be my final surgery is making the ileostomy complete and having the Barbie butt procedure where they remove my rectal stump. So the only reason that they would need to do that, where they would need to remove it, is, you know, because like I could still get colon cancer in that area. So, yeah, that would be bad. But I just want to kind of hold off on that surgery for as long as I can personally do it. So that's why we're doing these regular flexible sigmoidoscopies. I don't know if it'll be a yearly thing or perhaps every other year, but I don't know. It was fine. It was fast. It does hurt a little bit, but again, it's temporary, so you'll be just fine if you have to do that too. And yeah, the preparatory work for it, or like going in and like getting ready for it, like undressed into your gown and stuff like that, that took longer than the actual procedure itself. So anyway, we're at 10 months here post-surgery, feeling great, doing well, and I think my next kind of phase is I want to get back into healthier eating, regular exercise, and all of that. Like my body is totally capable of doing any exercise that I would want to put it through. I can do anything, like jet ski, hot tub, swim, jog, whatever my little heart desires. I've just been kind of lazy and having a business where I work from home and I work from my phone and laptop, and you know, doing all like photo shoots and stuff like that. I own an online boutique, so we're doing a lot of sitting things, you know, like work that's not super physical. So I need to get back into shape, just mentally and physically. So I'm going to make that my biggest goal for not only the next year. I know like the new year is kind of cheesy to have a New Year's resolution, but I'm a big part of that. I love doing that because I feel like it is motivational to have like a starting point, even though I'm starting as of yesterday. So we're going to eat healthier, we're going to exercise regularly, and basically just kind of be healthier all around. So let me know in the comments below, what is your New Year's resolution? Have you started it already? Or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. Give me all the details. I want to know. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you in the next update. Bye!